Testing. My check. My check. My check 1 2. Check one stretch 2. When they come to murder, you know how we do. Alright, let me stop. Alright, welcome back to a new video. Another trade recap. Today was a crazy day. I kind of got some bad news for you. So I mainly trade on my live account, and I've been trying to pass this funded, and we're kind of down right now. I've only took how many trades have I taken on here? It won't even show me. Is there a way that it can just show you, or do I gotta actually go on the? Yeah. Top loss order canceled on market order. I don't know how this supposed to be, but yeah. So we're kind of down on this. I don't know why this looks like this. This is probably off of some lag. Happy Friday though. But I wanted to do a trade recap, and I might do a weekly bias. I might drop a weekly bias. I think personally, before I get into the nitty gritty of things, I think personally we are still bullish to hit all time highs, and I think if it doesn't happen this week, which I wouldn't. To me, it wouldn't make no sense if we just don't rip up towards these, like maybe on Monday, like these get a rip up, right? And like I will stay bullish until I start to see some real drastic moves down. But like on Monday, we should come and take this. We should be back at all time highs on nasdaq. Like this should take one single trading day. If it takes two, then that's pretty trash. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That's pretty shit. But I was very bullish on the week. I've been bullish like since I think the beginning of December. I have been bullish. I've only went one bearish once, and it was just around this week right here. Because I think around this time I had wanted us to come back down into discount and reach 50%, which we did. So I'm big when it comes to weekly biases. I click on there, but this is not what you're here for. We'll get to something else. I'm talking too much on that. I want to talk about the trade recap. I took 5 trades today. Now this trade I didn't take. This is a London trade. I was trying to go for longs, but like I went to sleep. I was like so tired. I had an Asia trade yesterday. Let me see if it shows it on here. I ain't gonna lie, I was trading nasdaq all. Well, I was trading. I've been placing trades since like since yesterday around Asia session. Oh, I can't. Let me see if I can just show y'all where I had got it at. Cause I caught a short here, in Asia, and sometimes I do trade Asia, depending on what it is. I sometimes do, but I had a short right here, and later in the video I'm gonna just show a screenshot like how this all looked. You should see it come up here in a second, or if not, hold on. I'll just show y'all where I had that actually. Fuck all that. So my trade was right here. Actually, you know what? We're gonna do this. It's my journal right here. I'm not editing nothing now, so kick rocks. I think I had it right here. Yeah. So this was my trade. And I was not expecting this short to kind of last for a minute. I was most definitely kind of bullish, but I seen the opportunity to go short to do some rebalancing to inefficiencies. So I wanted to kind of get in on the sale. I wanted to catch some profit while I could. And so I got out right here. I had trail 1 when we broke this low, and I had trail 2 when we broke this low. And so I was just trailing every low that we took, and then my trail 3 was right here. I was like, shoot, we might come and take this low. And I only aim for this low. Actually, there's reasons why I aim for this low. And I'll probably make a video on like why sometimes I'll trade Asia session, and go over that. But yeah, this was how my Asia session was, and then I had the bullish side. See, the big thing about this one was I was positioned really right here, and I had exited Because I was staying in the trade because I was like, okay, we have a breaker right here, right? We have a breaker put in here. We took this low, then come and took this high. But the thing that really fucked this trade up and was yeah, we went through this breaker and I was like, you know what? Because we kept consolidating, I was like, you know what? We're just gonna go through this. And I mean, my bad. If we go through this breaker, I'm out. Because I'm like, okay, this probably not gonna hold, and we're probably gonna go back to where we're probably gonna come and take these lows. But we didn't. And from how I was looking at it, it looked like a. Well, what does it look like to you? Market maker model, right? A big market maker buy model right here. And so I was still leaning bullish on it because of how clean it was looking. And then I exited. I think I came back a little bit later and saw that it ripped because we had some low resistance liquidity here, here. And then I was looking at London, and I was just putting this here because we were showing signs. So we were showing really hard rejection to go higher, which I think in this week's market condition, it was just more. It was more volatile in all these sessions, not in all these sessions. Because I feel like this week kind of taught me to be more patient with these setups. I think a lot of setups I had put myself in was more consolidation setups, and I'm about to show you, right? And I feel like I wasn't trading into, because usually, like when I place my trades, I'm looking to trade into the dips, right? Usually, and I'll go over a video like how to like position yourself better in trades for higher probability. And I like to trade in dips, right? Dips are like the best thing you ever want to trade in because dips put you in what's the fundamental? Sell high, buy low. So I'm usually always looking to buy low in a dip. If I enter off changing the state, I want to enter off in a dip, which I'll have in a video in a few days probably. But let's go over these other trades. I'm like 7 minutes in, and I haven't got to this one. So this one, right? We had a power of 3. I don't care if you heard me cough. Deal with it. But we had a power of 3. Put this back on here. We had a power of 3. And that's what really got me into this trade. This was clean, right? So we had news come out at 8:30, and so I wanted the data week to be the draw on liquidity, right? I done traded numerous times to be able to want to catch this kind of move, especially we caught it in pre-market. I think it was more higher probability because chances are that, to me, it was going to be more volatile to come down to this low so that we can go higher. And I was really skeptical. I think in a higher time frame at first, I thought we was going to push more bearish because I think ES had like equal lows. Let me see. Before I get to this, and this is what I'm talking about. Like, I feel like I don't position myself in like the session dips like New York. New York has done this a couple of times where I've noticed that I think I'm entering too early where I'm thinking that we're in a dip because this was off of a 5 minute and I kind of broke my rule. The reason I did was because we had formed a 5 minute fair value gap, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna see if I can just play off here and then go off of that inefficiency. And I couldn't. Usually I wait for a higher time frame change in state if it's a time frame alignment. So we had tapped into an hourly fair value gap. I think on Q. Let's see. And Q had an hourly fair value gap. And we never had our 5 minute change in state, but when I had noticed that around this time, what was it? We have formed the gap, and that's probably on me. Actually, I take that back, yeah, because I usually don't trade after 9:45, so it was like to me a good time to go in. But when I had noticed, and I went on my trade locker to look at the 30-second, we had already got a 30-second change in the state. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get in on this one, and I wanted to come back to these highs. Well, we had a different type of reaction to that, which, you know, as I look back at it, I was like, I can't be mad at it because I really broke a rule. We were still going off the hourly. This was just like can I get away with this? And technically I can't. And I'll make sure to never do shit like that again. Like, I'm never going to sit there and position myself like that again. I'm personally am going to make sure I start positioning myself to not be in that what you call it, the position I was today. If I know that like I go with time frame alignment and I hit a certain time frame for value gap, I'm gonna make sure I wait for that change. I usually do every time. So and I think that's what happened. That we had hit that early for value gap, but because we had the 5 minutes for value gap, I was like maybe we could just go off that, and we're probably gonna get that change and stay on the higher time frame very early. But no, it caused me to lose this one right here. Which to me, I feel like we personally could have just pushed it up there from here, in my opinion. But whatever. And then this one, and I don't have premium trading view, so I cannot show you how it looked on the 30-second. But I entered this one here. This one was on my eval, and it's like, of course, I break my rules on my freaking eval. Like I'm, so I'm like so pissed about it. But we had this one here. We actually ended up coming back into that early for value gap, and we ended up having to change in state. Let me move this. We had to change in state right up here, and then we had our fair value gap right here. We traded into that gap, and right here was where we had got. They did not have it right here. Okay, I did not have that right there. Right here, we have our change in state. And to me, this was a good one. Because, remember I said, right? I like to buy in dips. So, when we had our change in state, it was at this part of the candle. And I just went in. I will show y'all the trade locker. I don't feel like doing all that. I would have entered on this candle right here. But I wanted to just, like, see us keep pushing. And I was like, you know what? We're bullish on the day. I'm going to just go ahead and get in this one. And then, my bad. I didn't get this one where we took it to these highs. I think I was just more so of like, I was kind of pissed when I lost the other trade. Which, honestly, I lost it really because of my fault. Like, I shouldn't have lost that trade. Personally, I had just positioned myself very wrong. And I shouldn't have. So, my bad. Fix that. So, I was wanted just to catch this little quick one. It was the same thing, right? We tapped into that 5-minute fair value gap, 30-second change in state, and I enter strictly off change in state. And if it's not, I wait for it to come back to. I wait for a retrace back into like 50%, and then if we get a change in state off that 50%, and we also too came into this mean threshold. So usually I like to combine 5-minute fair value gaps and the retraces at mean thresholds. And if you want me to go over a video of what that is, I will explain. And I use mean thresholds for another entry and higher probability entries, which means that like this candle here, and if we look at this candle is basically telling buyers. These two candles are basically telling buyers to buy in here, and it's just orders are getting put in here drastically, and people are buying in. Mean thresholds mainly have power of threes inside of like these lower time frames, maybe at like a 5-second, or 15, or from 5 to 30 seconds. You're more likely catching power of threes into mean thresholds. So price is manipulating down the lower time frame and then coming back up higher. Could not taken it to these. Let me see. What was right here? Sorry for the lag. I could have taken it to these highs up here, but I think I just was kind of mad about the trade that I lost, because I was wanting to take our previous day's highs, and I was like, I didn't really care to stay in this trade like that no more, and I just got off. Cause I was like already kind of tired of looking at charts. I've been looking at charts all week. I think I've traded every day, and just to me, have not found any good setups to take on the eval. And I feel like when I thought I had one, it just really didn't work out in my favor. But I mean, it's gonna be cool. We gonna same thing. I'm gonna make sure that I don't fuck up my rules this time. But technically, we caught really for the day from Asia, the 2 trades in Asia. And then the 4 trades in New York session, I pretty much traded I pretty much traded from pre-market to like 12. This was the only loss I had got. which honestly was a shitty loss. Honestly, I should have been better. Should have known better taking this, and then caught these two after, and I really could have left a runner until like 3, and could have stopped out. Could have made a lot more money. So yeah, these were the trades for today. We're gonna most definitely do better. I don't understand why I do that sometimes. Like I will take good trades on my live accounts. I think because I just care about the live so much more than my prop. I don't really care about prop firms like that, but I am getting into them right now. I have blown accounts. I have blown plenty of accounts, but now it's like I'm trying to actually get into this for real, to try to make some money off them. But I honestly care about growing my live account a lot more than these funded accounts. So it ain't really been a bother to me. When it comes to like, because you become numb to like just failing them so much, and even when you're getting better and you know that you're getting better, you just become numb to like kind of just losing like that. Like, I don't really care to lose. I'm a man that likes just seeing what the market wants to do for the day. I like the market, even if I wasn't getting paid. Like I ain't know, I wouldn't trip me out. Like I just like catching these kind of moves. Right, I'm a trader that, yeah, I trade like crazy. I know everybody be like, oh, trade once a day type shit. Yes, do that. Trade once. Someone like me, if I see another setup, probably not gonna trade once. And that's just because I backtested so much to a point where like I see that I'm gonna get multiple setups. I'm gonna get retraces back to inefficiencies. Inefficiencies that line up with what? I'm gonna give y'all a little sauce. Breakers and mitigations, right? I'm gonna give y'all some sauce, and there's gonna be some free sauce of how to really position yourself better in trades. Soon, depending on how I'm growing this, YouTube channel and everything. So, what I recommend, you can always hit me up on Instagram, or if not, you can hit me up on Discord. And I'll respond back to some of your messages. You can follow me on my Discord. In my Instagram link in the description. Like, comment, subscribe. I might drop a weekly bias for the day. Tomorrow. And shoot, I'll probably see y'all back on Monday. I might trade Monday. I don't know. I usually don't trade on Mondays because I tend to want to see what Monday wants to do for the rest of the week. Sometimes, like, I'll have a weekly bias, but then, like, I'll wait to see what Monday wants to do. When I wait to see what Monday wants to do, and I was like, okay, I know exactly where we want to go, in my opinion, for the week. But yeah, we got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we got like 5 trades today. 2 in Asia, 4. Oh, my bad, 6. 2 in Asia, 4 in New York and New York pre-market. And I had mainly wanted to trade this nasdaq. I ain't gonna lie, just because I wanted to just make some more money personally. But it is okay. And if anybody caught this long, well, good shit to y'all, honestly. Because I definitely think that NASDAQ is going to keep getting bought up here pretty soon. I think we're going to do what happened. I think we're going to do what happened last year, where last year, before Trump did his thing in 2025, we was actually buying up like NASDAQ and S&P so much. And I think that's what's going to happen again this year. We're probably going to buy this up a lot more. And I think like we'll have probably a hard sell-off. I think in February or March. I think in January, we're going to just continue bullish. I have basically a monthly bullish bias. And I think in January, we're just going to keep buying in this stock. Maybe have a couple of days where we have some sell-offs. But I think for January, I think it's just going to keep getting bought up and bought up. I think January, these marketers, these institutions, these banks, whatever the fuck you want to call them, I think they want to really push these markets higher and higher. Keep pushing this market cap up. And I'm all for it. So a lot of times when I'm looking at trading, and I trade ICT mainly, I'm always looking at I'm always thinking about what could happen within, next couple of months or next month or so, yes, that's really, way far ahead to think of, but sometimes it's good because it's good to have those kind of ideas. But that's neither here nor there. I don't want to keep y'all up for too long. I just want to show y'all the trades I hit, the trade that I lost. And yeah, so hope y'all have a good one. Have a good weekend. Enjoy y'all Friday. And yeah, if y'all ever want me to go over certain things, leave a comment. Leave a comment in the description, and just let me know what you want me to go over. Or you follow me on Instagram. I have a Discord free if you want to get in. I am the only person that in there I think that trades ICT specifically. So Everybody else in there probably trades supply and demand, support and resistance. Um, I think I'm the only one that trades ICT. So if you want any ICT questions, and I do forex, I will probably be dropping some forex videos next week as well, because I said I was gonna trade Canadian dollar and US dollar and Australia and New Zealand next month, because I kind of want to not say take some time off of Nasdaq, but I'm just like, shit, I need a little break from this pair. And I was looking at the biases for like these two pairs. I think these two pairs gonna have some very good. It's gonna be very good next week. In my opinion, I think these two pairs are gonna do really good next week, and so I kind of want to be in with these pairs when they are doing what they're doing. So, yeah. Well, I have videos on forex as well. I have a lot. I'm gonna do a lot for this channel. I don't really care about like making money off here. It's just educational content. I will never show my profits or anything. I always say that I take losses, but I take more wins than anything. It's just if I ever become a day, if there's ever come a time in the day where I become a trader that like, okay, I'm just taking like one trade. Yeah, I'll be that kind of trader. But I'm usually taking about, and it's not good, but I'm usually taking about like maybe 3 trades out the day, and I'll probably take more. And then if I'm trading a different session, it's more likely Asia, because Asia set up their power at threes and market maker models very well. Like they set them up very well. So like this was clean to me, and I think it's because it's choppy. So they're gonna move a lot like this, and you kind of just gotta let them. You know what I'm saying? When you're in these Asia trade positions, and my strategy works in Asia, London, and maybe I'll make a video on what my exact strategy is. But you can probably kind of tell what it is, honestly. Like it's nothing like I'm just straight trading retracements and to move back up. That's it. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. I ain't gonna hold you up no longer. This is a very long video. Hope y'all enjoyed it, and enjoy your weekend. Peace.